Well, we've got some terrific basketball in store for you tonight. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson. And we'll have Ale LaForce reporting for us. George outside. Shoots from 12. Pulls it in. And here's New York now. Brunson with it. And Kessler picks him up defensively. Back to Anunoby. Shoots over George. And Anunoby gets it to go. Back to George. Utah moving the ball around. Fires the three. Kessler, no good. Brunson taking his time here. Shoots over George. And that one's good. Brunson.
A flashy ball handler at times. Brunson knows how to carve up scoring opportunities for himself.
The three-pointer off the mark.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Here's Anunoby. Misses the baby hook. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Bailey. Back to Markkanen. 16 feet out. Hart pulls it in. Towns left side. Outside Brunson. Misses the three.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Markkanen outside. It's George on the wing. 6 to shoot. Back to Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Pass to Brunson. Hard with it. Picked up by Markkanen. New York again can't hit. First quarter of ball. Almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Kessler. It's George on the wing. Jackson right side. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Brunson. It's rebounded by George. Jazz trail by 4. And Haley gets it to go.
Yeah, attacking in the lane. I like that. Bailey not just hanging out on the perimeter.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. There's a minute 59 left in the first quarter here. To the inside. Bridges. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Utah trailing here. Pass to Sensabaugh. Filipowski sets a screen. To the middle. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
A minute 20 left in the first quarter. Brunson misses. Pass to Collier. Lets it go from deep. And New York has possession. To the paint. Here's Hart. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And the Knicks with the possession here. After the basket by Utah. Good on the shot.
Oh, so solid from the mid-range. Bridges understands when to rise up from there.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Here's Brunson. No good off the back of the rim.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Right side, Robinson. Outside, Anunoby. Bridges, left side. Shoots over Collier. Bridges misses. It's a tie game in New York. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
Basket's good.
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
Nifty move. And it's Clarkson missing. Now here's Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. And he lays it up and in. Sensabaugh's got his first points in this one.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Shamet. New York working the ball around now. And he goes in for the dunk.
I mean, the effortless athleticism. You can see Clarkson loves rising up and dropping the hammer.
Down low. Kicks it out to Markkanen. There's the three. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Timeout.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Utah making a switch here. Fires from the line. Brunson misses.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul of the game. Robinson gets the bucket.
And though he has a scorer's mindset, Brunson willing to make the next pass.
Back to George. Over Clarkson. George's shot is off. Knicks trail by 3. Outside Brunson. Steps back and fires. Rebound, Utah. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Collier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
They get it back. Here's Robinson. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Yeah, scoring off of missed shots. That's a big part of his game.
Here's Filipowski. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Brunson. 1:52 left in the second period. Here's Collier. Off with the layup. Knicks trail by 3. Brunson with it. Guarded now by George. And Hart throws it down.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Bridges. Inside. Robinson. The rebound by Jackson. Utah leading by 3. The jumper from the wing off target. To the inside. And a big finish by Robinson.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. George for 3. Oh, Robinson with a block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Utah making a switch here. 29 seconds left in the first half. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. And the Knicks making a change here. .27 seconds left in the second. Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. Nails it from 3. George has got 5.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
And that one's good. Brunson.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play. Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. Both free throws good from Brunson. Kessler with it. Back to George. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Utah ahead, leading by just 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Now here's Brunson. And an Obi for 3. The rebound by Jackson. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. The lead is 2. Jackson outside. Pass to Markkanen. Clock at 6. Here's the floater. Back to George. Shoots over Bridges. George, no good.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Out left to the wing. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Jackson. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. And the Jazz lead by 4.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
Pass to Anunoby. Right side, Brunson. Shoots over George. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Brunson's got 10 points.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in. Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Jackson can't get it to go. A tight one here in New York City. Outside Brunson. Pass to Bridges. For the lead. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You love the assertiveness Bridges plays with, accepting contact while he's trying to score.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. That one's no good.
Well, they had a chance to take the lead, but at least he tied it up.
George outside. Back to Markkanen. Pass to Jackson. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Markkanen misses. An opportunity now to retake the lead.
Showing off their intensity these last few minutes.
George outside. Kessler a screen. George with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Markkanen outside. Utah with another miss. New York with the ball. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. For the lead. Hart goes in. Pass to Brunson. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. Minute 32 left in the third. It's George on the wing. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Anunoby with it. Guarded now by George. Pass to Bridges. And Keontae George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Brunson. He's got 13. Down low. And a big finish by Robinson.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Here's Collier. He has 6. Can they get it? And it's good on the lay-in. Filipowski's got 8 points.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Pass to Robinson. Tipped. And here's Filipowski. Give him 8. Here's Collier. Utah moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. And here's George from deep. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Here's Bridges. The shot from the low post is good. Bridges has got his second basket of the game.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Knicks. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Collier. Pass to Filipowski. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Diawara. Tipped. Fast break Utah. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And this was already coming down to the wire, but poor ball control and some fast hands have raised the stakes.
Now here's Towns. Here's Alvarado. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Alvarado's got his first basket.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
To the wing on the left. Pass to Collier. Shot clock at 6. And that one is stuffed right through.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
It is nice to have a playmaker who can also get up and finish like that.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Alvarado. Pass to Towns. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Well, I think that was a product of the pressure. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and it can lead to a turnover.
It's Markkanen on the wing. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Knicks with the lead. To the paint. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
The shot by Filipowski, no good. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Alvarado using the glass to lay it in.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Stripped away. Here's Collier. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now here's Markkanen. Now Nurkic. Oh, he gets it off before the buzzer. What a shot.
Yeah, when he sets the pick, Nurkic can do different things on the roll. Makes him hard to track.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Outside Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
And, man, you got to appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high-percentage shots.
Oh, it's off. Knicks leading by 6. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Kessler with a rebound. George outside. Here's Jackson. Bailey. Now Markkanen. Here's Bailey. 6 to shoot. Now Jackson. And yes, sir! In stride on the lay-in from a sweet assist.
It's clear Jackson Jr. embraces the spotlight. He's a solid scorer who makes important shots for this team.
Now here's Brunson. Here's Towns. George with a steal. Fast break, Utah. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Here's Brunson. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Towns.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game. And Utah calls time here. They're behind by 4. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
You have to be smart here. If they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
Here's Markkanen. Bailey. Nice! That one's good.
Oh, moments like this speak to Bailey's level of confidence. This rookie doesn't back down from the spotlight at all. Free throw shooting comes into focus in tight games. As usual, he's up to the task.
And now they foul and stop the clock. First free throw is good. And that'll put him up 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
And they need to continue to play with urgency.
Yes, sir!
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
Well, the margin for error is getting smaller, so the stakes on each possession are getting bigger.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. George is there for the rebound.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Jackson with it. Here's Bailey. And here's George. 6 on the shot clock. And that misses. That would have put him up. Here's Towns. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Kessler.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes. But he's a modern big man.
And so Towns nails them both.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You love to see it.
George drives in. Flushes it down with both hands.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Towns drops the hammer.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Up top, George. Bailey. Now Markkanen. Goes again. It's Markkanen scoring inside.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Here's George. Going inside. Jams it home.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Rebounded by Jackson. Utah leading. Now Kessler. Doubled by Towns. Beyond the arc. Now Markkanen. Oh, the shot is off. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. And Brunson, here we go. Yes, sir, it's good.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
And here's New York now. Bridges. Oh, he can't cap off the break.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Can't believe he missed that. Looked like a loss of focus.
Markkanen. Floats one up. That misses. The pressure is mounting as they hope to take the lead.
Absolutely no room for error here.
George scanning the floor. Kessler outside. Markkanen. Another tie. And we're going to have a second overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. Now Kessler. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
Jackson with the dime. The guy is just so skilled.
And stolen by Markkanen. Here's Bailey. Here's George. From deep. Hart with a rebound. Now Bridges. Outside Brunson. get the layup. Here's Utah. The lead is 2. Now Markkanen. Here's Bailey. And stolen by Bridges. Brunson penetrating. Oh, some nice teamwork in transition.
Terrific awareness by Bridges, jumping all over that steal.
George outside. Now Kessler. George right side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kessler. Puts up the tray. Ooh, the shot misses. 1:35 left to play in the second overtime. Brunson. Now Towns. Bridges down low. Rebounded by Jackson. Now Kessler. For 3. Oh, it's off. Now Brunson. To take the lead. Oh! And they recover it. Now Towns. Now here's Bridges. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. Here's Jackson. Now George. Kessler with it. Now Jackson. Oh, he can't get the layup. 19 seconds left in the second overtime period. Bailey. Connects!
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a 3. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
And here's Brunson. Off on the layup. And so they foul intentionally. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Stepped up to the line, and he took care of his business and guaranteed the win.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Your thoughts, guys?
No real need for that timeout, unless they can miraculously score 4 points in less than half a second.
And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. Double overtime games are so grueling. And after this one, everyone, the officials, the fans, the broadcasters, will all have to take a little rest.
Yeah, I need that rest, I'll tell you. But, hey, give them credit. They really dug deep into their energy reserves and showed their determination to get this win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. SGA double team. Pass to Holmgren. Fires top of the key. And the shot no good, a bit short. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Continue. Let's run it.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. SGA, no good on the free throw.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Now, here's SGA. And it goes down 2 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bucket is good.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Here's Bridges. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren outside. That's good, and SGA with the assist.
Well, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
Anunoby outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Hartenstein.
OG Anunoby is tremendously athletic, and when he plays with this level of aggression, it's hard not to foul him.
Both free throws good from Anunoby. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Williams. Takes the three. It's rebounded by New York. Brunson outside. Connects from three-point range. Brunson's got 5 now.
It's gotten to the point where you have to chase Jalen Brunson off the perimeter. This guy will really hurt you from deep. Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
SGA from outside. Hits it from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, boy, how slippery is SGA on the dribble drive. Just so difficult to stay in front of him.
Shot clock at 6. Brunson. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And so Mark Daignault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Knicks making a change here. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 1. No good on the 3. And Anunoby, here we go. Good work there as it goes. Anunoby's got 6 points.
OG Anunoby is not afraid to put the ball on the floor and attack off the drive. That's nice work.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Williams with a clean look. Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Anunoby. Rebound by Williams. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Wallace. Misses the 3. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Alvarado. Rebound by Williams.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
Down low. Robinson with the block. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
And it's Alvarado missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And here are the Knicks. Clarkson outside. Back to Shamet. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. It's Joe on the wing. To the inside. Williams.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Joe can't get it to go. New York shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The free throw drops for Towns.
When Towns is healthy, he is an absolute force on the offensive end of the floor.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That one is off.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he sinks the second.
Jalen Brunson plays bigger than his size. He's aggressive. He's going to go right at defenders. He doesn't care if you're bigger than he is. He will keep coming at you.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Brunson. There's Shamet. And the Knicks miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And that one, good.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Brunson outside. Brunson from long distance.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
SGA, that's a two-pointer. And it's Shamet with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 3. Brunson outside. No good on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's SGA. Brunson with some nice D. Here's New York. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Now it's a 6-point New York lead. Up top, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 13. Pass to Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, they'll take that possession. Nice finish in close.
The Knicks leading by 4. Here's Brunson. Drives to the hoop. Scores after the quick crossover. Brunson's got 9 points now in the quarter. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And New York making a change here. 1:07 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Williams. Fires for 3. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
If you let Jalen Williams get to his spots in the catch and shoot, good night, folks.
Brunson with it. 16 points for him. Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
Bridges, no one around him. Drops one in from the wing. Bridges got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
What a wingspan on this young man. Able to get up and over defenders. Nice opportunity on the jump shot.
Anunoby in the corner. And here's Brunson outside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And so it's New York bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Pass to Bridges. And the layup's good off the glass. Bridges got the first points of the second half here for the Knicks.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Inside. And that one is good from Hartenstein.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Brunson, and there's another one for the Knicks.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a three-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
Holmgren outside. Hartenstein can't get it to go. New York leading by 9. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Pass to Brunson. New York moving it around. 5 on the clock. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Hartenstein in the high post. Outside Williams. Knicks with the rebound. Anunoby with it. Dort covering. Bridges shot. Good.
Well, a high motor player like Mikal Bridges has got to make quick decisions. Rise and fire off the catch and shoot, Mikal.
Williams for 3. It's rebounded by Towns. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And that one misses. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. To the paint. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does.
I mean, sneaky when he moves around the floor. Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. It's Hart on the wing. Pass to Brunson. Shoots. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 7. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Williams. Here's Holmgren. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. 7 points for Chet Holmgren.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Brunson, left side. Good tee by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. SGA's got 4 points in the quarter. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The Knicks leading by 3. Clarkson outside. Crosses over. Jams it in off the great move.
Jordan Clarkson showing the ability to put the ball on the deck and make a play.
Joe in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Clarkson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
That's a crafty play by Jordan Clarkson right there. And at his size, you better be creative.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Thunder trailing by 7. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Swiped away. Wiggins drives in. The kick out to Williams. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Left side Clarkson. Over Mitchell. And so it's New York heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Right back after this break. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Thunder trailing by 7. Pass to Joe. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. For 3, Mitchell. The Knicks pull it in. Here's McBride. Up again. It's good on the putback. Towns has got the lead up to 9 now for New York.
Excellent pursuit by Towns right there. Get to work on the glass.
Outside Williams. And the 3 off target. A basket here would push their lead to double digits.
Yeah, looking in control at this point.
And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Buries it from 3-point range.
This is the value of having those stretch bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
And Allie, thanks so much.
Boy, whenever this team has needed a bucket, Jalen Brunson has been there right now in complete command of this ball game.
Left side, SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander, excellent touch around the rim.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now Towns. Now Brunson. What a finesse finish on the lay-in.
One of Jalen Brunson's specialties, the and one, just being aggressive.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
Count it!
Oh, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Brunson. And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Thunder trailing by 8. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
Now here's Brunson. Nice. Brunson working inside.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
The Knicks making a switch here. And here is Williams. Holmgren the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander drops in the floater.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
It's stolen by SGA. The finish. The dunk to punctuate.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Bridges. Dort with the rebound. Now Williams. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with it. Bridges covering. Just 3 to shoot. Cleared away by Hart. New York leading by 4. Brunson. Oh, and that crossover was nasty.
You want the ball to find its way into Brunson's hands in these big-time moments. He relishes the opportunity.
Buries the deep ball.
There is no moment too big, no pressure too heavy for Mr. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The delivery is on time.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Dort. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment in this game. You have to be on the same page.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. And what's their best move at this point?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
They need to score, and they need to do it quickly, but it is still possible here.
SGA! Outside Holmgren. Here's SGA. Another chance. That one goes. So a close game sees New York take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.